All right, gang, check it out. New edition. Picked up the 3800 watt WEN inverter generator for the RV camping adventures. It's a perfect time for me to fire this thing up and unbox it and get it fixed up and run it through its break-in process for the next couple hours. Do the couple oil changes and whatnot. We'll get this thing opened up and take a look at it. So, delivered from Amazon. I did see this thing priced on WEN's website for $744 free shipping, but I don't know how long it was going to be before they had one in stock or how quick the shipping could be. So once again, Amazon Prime comes to the rescue because I really need this thing by, I needed it delivered by tomorrow. Got it to me within 3 days of ordering it. So it's pretty prime. Pretty Amazon Prime. It was a bit more expensive on Amazon. Instead of the $744, it was $840, $100 more to be delivered. Ridiculous, right? But I also ordered the about $19 shipped high altitude kit. Comes in different ranges. The one I ordered was for between 6,000 and 9,000 feet, or maybe 6 to 8 to 9,000 feet, something like that. So I'm gonna have to wait for that to be shipped direct from WEN itself, and so it'll run a lot better when I get it up into the mountains, because most of the camping that we're going to be doing up here with the RV is going to be upwards well over 6,000, 6 to 8 to 9,000 feet. So here we are, included in the kit, your little funnel arrangement with a little extendo elbow tube, some tools. And I could have swore the other videos I watched said they included oil, so I'm hoping there's motor oil in here somewhere, but I don't see it in the package anywhere. But manual, and here is the unit. The main selling factor on this one for me was this thing here. It's already got the 30 amp RV hookup, as well as all these other features. So that was the main thing for me. I don't have to worry about having my adapter and running everything off of the two standard 120 volts. So that's pretty sweet. It's gonna have all sorts of neat features, and we'll talk about those. And then your travel handle and whatnot. So pretty sweet. Well, good morning, folks. Here we are on Duchesne Ridge, the mountains above, kind of the outskirts of the Uinta Mountains above Camas and Francis, Utah, up Wolf Creek Pass. There's a burn ban, unfortunately, but we've got the old Land Cruiser, the 2000 Land Cruiser, pulling the new RV, the Rockwood Mini Light. So this is maybe our second outing we've taken it on. So we're totally new to RVing, but we're pretty excited, and there should be some videos forthcoming of our thoughts and opinions on the awesome Rockwood Mini Light. But today's video is on the WEN generator. The 30 amp connection wire plugs right in here. This was included with the RV. Rockwood tosses that in. It's really nice. And so just today, as a follow-on of the unpacking video I did the other day, just going to run through the features and the functions and whatnot of it. Now that I've gotten a couple nights worth of use on it. So first thing I'll say is absolutely stoked on this generator. I didn't realize that our RV didn't come with an inverter, and so the first time we took it out, it was like trying to plug in and charge our devices off of the solar power charged batteries wasn't working. So I was like, oh, whoops, I guess we didn't get an inverter. So we're kind of on the fence about buying a nice inverter to install or a generator. Figured the generator probably better come first. So that said, I almost bought a generator from the local hardware store, which was for the same price as this. It was $850. I'm not going to say what brand it was, but it was kind of it should have been a decent brand, but I read through a lot of reviews before I came to this one. And then, like I said, I ended up buying this one off of Amazon. But all the features that this thing has are freaking awesome. So for the money I spent on this compared to the other one, I'm super satisfied with this thing, and it's got all the features that I would ever want. So as shown before, got the handle and the wheels, okay, to kind of haul it around. These are, I think they're probably metal pipes with some plastic wrap on them, but it's, I don't know if it's 100 pounds. They say it's 100 pounds, but I can lift it up into the back of a truck pretty easily with a little bit of effort. But I did run it through 2 oil changes here, which that's one of the biggest, nicest features, is the hose just comes right off right there, and you can just drain it out and then stuff it back in there. And then you can also, it comes with the funnel, so you can add oil, but you know, worst case is you just tip it over a little bit and then pour your oil straight in there. No problem. I've only used the pull handle a couple times, but it works good. My dog decided that he was going to use it as a standing platform in the back of the truck, so we've got fresh scratches on it, as expected. Can't have nice things and dogs at the same time. This is the main feature that I are happy to find in a generator, was a direct plug-in for your 30 amp outlet. So that's the first thing, boom, right there. Super nice. You got some circuit breakers down here. I've already used this this outlet here to blow up the air mattress outside, so that was super handy and convenient. You got your 2.1 amp and a 1 amp charger. You got a grounding rod hookup, which is probably a smart idea, to run a copper ground into the stake into the ground and then run a wire over to it. But you got your manual off. All of these switches are protected from you know, general water and rain and stuff. Probably not a good idea to leave your generator out in the rain. I'll probably put a cover over it, but general weatherproofing is pretty nice. You got your reset button here for your different data. Parallel connection, of course, for hooking up 2 generators at once. I don't know, you could probably even hook up a different generator to this one, I would assume. But there's your ratings, 3,800 watt surge and 3,400 watt rated. But the battery compartment is inside here, and that's the first thing you got to do is kind of slide that battery out, hook up the negative connection, and sure enough, man, straight from the factory, this thing fired right up on me. First time, no problem, using the starter, the electric starter. We're going to fire it up, run the RV through, turn it on its high load systems of the air conditioner, microwave, and the fireplace, and then I'll show you what kind of draw it puts on this thing. But it's pretty cool. The turn knob, if it was already running and had already been warm, we would just turn it right there and start it, but we're going to crank it all the way over to here and just push that in and start it. Now it's running rough because that's the choke on, so we're going to go right up to run. Now we are at about 10,000 feet here, so it does not have the kit that I ordered. It didn't come in yet for the high altitude kit where you change out the carburetor jet, so I'll be installing that before too long. Now, one weird thing about it is that in the nighttime that digital readout is very readable, but in the daytime you kind of got to squint and look at it. But it is showing that it's been running, it's putting out 123 volts, 60 hertz, and it's been running for 4.4 hours. So one of the reviewers had said that timer resets itself every time you turn it off. So far it's not done that, so that's a good thing. Hopefully that stays that way. But oh dang, the fuel is almost out, so we're gonna go ahead and just add some fuel real quick before. Okay, so one critique would be nice if the fuel nozzle was on the side somehow, so you don't need a funnel, but definitely keep a rag handy, because if you got a full fuel can, I just used the finger trick because this damn thing spilled all over the place the first time around. So anyway, we got fuel once again. As a demonstration of the eco mode versus off, if you don't have the eco mode on, this is how many RPMs it runs at. But even then, coming at it from over here, you know, it makes some noise, but it's quite quiet, I would say. And when you get around the backside, of course, there's your exhaust. It's got a little spark arrestor, so it's legal to be used in campgrounds and forests and whatnot for the Forest Service, but quite quiet. So the handy deal is the eco mode. So you just turn that on, and then it ramps down the RPMs until a draw is placed upon it, which you will see shortly. But so what we're going to do is I'm going to run inside and I'm going to turn on the air conditioner, because that's pretty much what everybody wants to know, is whether they can run their air conditioning unit, their microwave, and all their appliances at once, right? So at 3,800 watts should have no problem. So the first thing will be the air conditioner, and you'll see the load spike up, and then
I'll go ahead and turn on the microwave after that, and then I'll turn on the fireplace as well. Okay, well there you go. We got a caution, and I probably overloaded it. So, all right, we're gonna check the circuit breakers. And that one didn't trip. That one didn't trip. So I don't know. Okay, so it's got a. Okay, so the red caution went away, and now it's back to green. We got 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and the load is almost 0. I'm gonna put this thing back in. Good news is the microwave is functional once again. I think first thing we're gonna try is we'll save the fireplace for after, but let's get the air conditioner going. Switch that thing over to cool. Fires up. That's good. This is the upgraded 15,000 BTU AC unit, which comes out of here, as well as, if you close those vents off, it comes out of the ceiling of the Rockwood mini light all the way over there to the bed area. So that's pretty sweet. Now, I'm not going to run the fireplace at the same time. We're just going to test that out and see how that works. Let's go out and take a look at the generator. The microwave is running, AC is running, Ollie is not running, he's chilling. Whew, she's jiggling there, isn't she? So I'm going to turn off the eco mode. I'll bet all of this rattling is because of the high altitude carb, the jets of the carb. So I'm betting this thing's going to perform better when I get those installed, get that thing installed. But there you go. If you turn the eco mode off, because you know you're going to be using a high load, it seems to run a lot better. So we're looking good. Oil pressure's fine. Yeah, that's good. So I think a lot of it has to do with the eco mode. Now, as a test, we're going to go inside and try that fireplace, because that is a pretty neat feature of our RV. There you go, turn that back on. Okay, the AC kicked off. And I think the heater is turning off. Okay, the heater powered down. Everything powers down. So when you try to run that heater at the same time, that's what's overloading it. But when are you gonna ever need to do that? Pretty much never, right? You can either turn it to auto off right there, and that will actually cycle out and suck up all the remaining fuel in the carb. You're supposed to do that on every shutdown or regularly anyways, but if you just want to power it off, boom, just power it off right there. Okay. So, turn that thing. As far as how well it full starts, let's try that out. Okay, right over to run. What are we doing here? What's going on? Again, I bet it's because of the high altitude we're at. There you go. Switch to the choke position, the start position. Dang, I don't know, guys. Could have yourself a little bit of a problem. There you go, it's working. It's in the run position. There we go. Eco mode is off. Default cleared. So air conditioner is going to stay on. Interior lights are going to come on. Sure enough, dude, it slows down. It's still running. Everything else is off. Still kicking out some pretty cool air. The microwave is running. I don't know if that generator is happy about it though. Still working. Hasn't cut out on me yet. All right, well, there it is. Not quite to 100% load. And like I said, I bet it's gonna run a little bit happier when I've got the high altitude carb jet installed. So there you have it. This freaking generator is pretty kick-ass. Pretty stoked with it. I'll kick out another video if my opinions on it change as we get going through, probably through the fall time here.
But here is the demo of the auto off feature. And it takes a good minute or two actually to drain out all that fuel, I guess. So I guess that's good for the carburetor. And from what I gather, other people that buy other generators kind of install that feature themselves, one form or another. So it's pretty neat that it's built in right here. Yeah, it's running a full tallied time, 4.8 hours. I think I've ran it a little bit more than that, but I don't know. So it just starts skipping and then it dies. So I probably wouldn't shut it off like that every day or every time I'm going to turn it off. It's just every time you're going to turn it off and quit using it for at the end of your trip. Pretty nice with these lights and stuff though, that you can see them from inside, especially in the dark. You can see, check what your fuel level is. Kind of keep an eye on the load of it as well. So pretty neat, pretty nice features this thing has. There we go. Give it a rest.
Well, now we can finish this freaking video. I'm sorry, but hopefully you got the information that you needed. See you on the next one.